Hello children, I am happy to meet you again through this video, session 3 of Unit 13 Atmosphere. In the previous classes, we saw what is atmosphere, what is atmospheric pressure and about the altitude. And we also have a brief knowledge about the layers of atmosphere. There are 5 layers of atmosphere: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Things to be covered in this session 3 video. Today we are going to see about the mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere layers. We already have a knowledge in the troposphere, stratosphere, first 2 layers. Troposphere is the lowest layer, which is about the 15 km from the ground level. Nearly 75% of the air in the atmosphere is in the troposphere. Also, it contains most water vapor. And stratosphere is the next layer, which is found above the troposphere and below the mesosphere. And this is the layer extend from 15 to 50 km. And this layer contains ozone layer, which prevent ultraviolet radiation from the sunlight. The third layer is mesosphere. The mesosphere is the third layer of the atmosphere, directly above the stratosphere and directly below the thermosphere. In the mesosphere, temperature decreases as altitude increases, and it extends from 50 to 80 km up from the sea level. 50 to 80 km up from the sea level. And this is the coldest layer among the all 5 other layers of atmosphere. In this layer, water vapor gets frozen into ice clouds. In this layer, you can see frozen ice clouds. When the sun sets, the rays fall on these clouds and you can see these clouds during the night time. It becomes cold enough to freeze water vapor in its atmosphere into ice clouds. These ice clouds are blue-white and are called as the polar mesospheric clouds. And these clouds are more visible at sunset from the earth folds. Next layer is the thermosphere. This is the fourth layer of the atmosphere, found above the mesosphere and below the exosphere. And this extends from the 80 to 120 km up from the sea level. And the air particles in this layer absorb the sun rays, so the temperature in this layer is very high compared to other layers. And another important thing to be discussed is International Space Station is situated in this layer. Aurora borealis and aurora australis. Both of these scenarios occur in the thermosphere. An aurora, sometimes referred to as the polar lights. Aurora means that is a polar light, or we can also call it as northern light or southern light. This is a natural light displayed in the Earth's sky, predominantly seen in the high altitude regions in the poles. Both the special scenarios called aurora borealis and aurora australis occur in the thermosphere. Aurora borealis can be seen near the northern pole and aurora australis can be seen near the southern pole. And the last layer of the atmosphere is exosphere. The exosphere is the uppermost region of Earth's atmosphere as it gradually fades into the vacuum of space. And this is a thin layer in the atmosphere and it extends about 120 km high from the sea level. There is no certain border between the exosphere and the space. However, other scientists do consider the exosphere part of our planet's atmosphere. Since the exosphere gradually fades into outer space, there is no clear upper boundary of this layer. Okay, summary. According to the altitude, the pressure and the temperature changes in the different levels of atmosphere. So we classify atmosphere into 5 layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Troposphere is the lowest layer of our atmosphere. Humans live in the troposphere and nearly all weather occurs in this troposphere, and it contains high amount of water vapor. And the stratosphere is the next layer up, is called as the stratosphere is the next layer above the troposphere and below the mesosphere. And this layer contains ozone molecules, also protect us from the UV light radiation. And the third layer is the mesosphere, and this is the coldest layer among the 5 other layers. And the fourth layer is the thermosphere, where we can see International Space Station in the sky.